How are we all doing today? Time for more Mind Your Language. As you all know, I'm absolutely head over heels in love with this show. It's fantastic, absolutely hilarious. You can't beat it. Classic 70s comedy. So let's get on with it. This is Better to Have Loved Than Lost, I think. Better to Have Loved Than Lost. Yeah, let's go. Better to have loved and lost.
Right, is me next.
Allez les Grecs, allez! Come.
Shh. Hey, miss.
Italy!
Now you watch me, huh?
Oh well.
See?
What are they playing?
We are the champions! We are the champions!
Was all that for a bottle of Chianti?
Yes, good evening. What's going on here?
We are playing the English game of shoveling the halfpenny. Italy against Greece.
Shoveling the halfpenny.
Me, arbitro. Chicken.
Chicken?
Chicken.
See, when a player is offside, chicken.
It's a foul.
Wow, chicken.
Foul! Chicken, foul!
It's not quite the same. Who's winning?
Italy.
Only just. What's the score?
6-0.
Oh, yeah. Very close.
6-0.
What's that?
It's water. Sure, it's
Water.
That's wine.
wine. Santa Maria. Another miracle.
I don't want to see that in
Really?
this class again. Right, now, back to your places, everybody. Straighten up this table, please. Thank you. Right, rather than go straight on to a lesson, I thought it might be a good idea if we all talked about what we did at the weekend, right? Give you all a chance to brush
Oh, this ought to be good. What did they do at the weekend? You just know that Giovanni and the Greek guy, they're just going to be talking sex.
up on your English conversation. Right, now who should we start with? Danya. How did you spend your
And whatever she says is going to have all the men, you know.
weekend?
I went to Brighton with my new boyfriend.
Oh, very nice.
And he was very naughty.
Yes, well, people usually are in Brighton.
No, he was naughty on the motorway.
Why, actually,
I told you.
Police were not very happy.
I'm sure they weren't.
They made him stop the car.
You mean he was driving at the time?
What else would he be doing the 100 miles an hour?
100 miles an hour?
Yes. What did you think he was doing?
You don't want to know, love.
How about you, Anna? Did you spend the weekend with your boyfriend?
Nein, I have no boyfriend.
Oh, that's a pity. Everyone should have a boyfriend.
I have no boyfriend.
I was referring to the girls, then.
Thousand apologies.
I once had a bad
Thousand apologies.
experience with a boy.
A bed experience?
Ja.
What, you mean he tried to get you into bed?
Nein, not bed, sleep. Bed, opposite von gut.
Oh, bad.
Ja, bed.
Yes, what happened?
I cannot tell you, it was too awful.
A Japanese philosopher said, confession, very good for soul.
Yeah. Tell us what happened.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, Anna.
Maybe it is better I get it off my breast.
Maybe it is better if I get it off my breast.
Chest.
Yeah, it was dreadful. I still blush when I'm thinking of it.
Yes, well, perhaps you better not tell us then.
She must.
Most definitely. I am all ears.
It was about 5 years ago, and I was going out with this boy, Kurt. I was young and innocent. One night we have been to the beer garden, and we have been drinking a lot of schnapps. Afterwards, I'm inviting him to my apartment for coffee.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Japanese philosopher also say, man goes to ladies' apartment for drink. Usually end up having nibble.
I like that. Japanese philosopher also say, man who go to women's apartment for drink also end up usually having nibble. Yes.
Well, I think we'll leave your Japanese philosopher out of it, if you don't mind, Taro.
Yeah.
Go on, Anna.
Well,
Who is that philosopher? Mr. Miyagi?
sat together on the bed.
Come inside, come inside. Drink, drink. Banzai.
And he was stroking mine end.
Which end?
Which is
This end.
Oh, your hand.
Oh dear, I am thinking I am too young to be hearing anymore.
Well, you can leave the room if you wish, Ranjit.
Oh no, I stay. It is good to be knowing the ways of the world.
What happened next, Anna?
Kurt was kissing me on my neck.
Sacre bleu.
Then he was
Sacre
kissing me
bleu.
on my shoulder. Then he was kissing me all over the place.
Go on.
I was feeling all romantisch. Then,
Romantisch.
with all the drink what I had drunk, on the warmth of his body by mine's on the bed, I did something I have always been ashamed of.
Well, what did you do?
I fell asleep.
Santa Maria.
She fell asleep. Oh, well, I mean, women hate it when men fall asleep in bed, so. Yeah.
When I woke up, he was gone.
I mean, when they fall asleep in bed, when they're not sleeping.
Well, never mind. Taro,
So,
Son!
how did you spend your weekend?
I go to Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Yes, sir.
Ah, weekend in France, eh?
No, not France. England.
Taro,
Yes, Cicero?
Paris is in France.
Not Buckingham, Paris.
Buckingham Paris! That's clever, yeah. I went to Paris. No, not Paris in England. Buckingham Paris.
Buckingham Palace. I follow you.
You follow me?
Yeah.
I didn't see you.
I knew it. I knew it.
I mean, I understand that you went to Buckingham Palace.
Yes. There I see Royal Fraggle.
Loyal Fraggle. Royal flag.
Royal flag.
Assault.
Asshole. Do you know what I might do just as a laugh when I'm having conversations? I might just start saying asshole instead of yes, that's right. I'm just gonna say asshole and bow. Just so I can see the confused look on their face.
Jamila.
I challenge all you watching to try it as well. Try that on somebody. Just go asshole. See if they know what you're talking about.
How did you spend your weekend?
Weekend.
Yeah, what did you get up to?
Weekend.
What did you do?
Jig jig.
Jig jig.
You went dancing?
No. Jig jig.
Jig jig.
Film. Maurice Chevalier. Thank heavens for little girl.
Ah, Gigi.
Ah, jig jig.
Max,
That's me.
how did you pass your weekend?
Saturday, I go to see the big fight.
Ah, a boxing match.
No, football match. And Sunday, I take my girlfriend to see the Tower of London.
Oh, very cultural. Did you see the beef eaters?
Beef eaters?
Yes.
No, I only see people eating sandwiches.
Did you see the beef eaters? No, I only saw people eating sandwiches.
All right. Very funny. Thank you. Juan,
Oh, shit.
what happened to you at the weekend?
Por favor,
Por favor.
How did you spend your weekend?
por favor.
Por favor.
Semana.
Ah, sí, hombre, semana.
I love this.
Saturday.
Just por favor, por favor. He has no idea what you're talking about. Por favor.
Weekend. Semana.
Ah, sí, hombre, semana.
Sí, hombre, semana.
Saturday,
Saturday.
I working bar.
Working bar.
Sunny day, I stay in cama, durmiendo.
Eh? Por favor? I mean,
He's got him saying it now. Por favor. I mean, no.
Durmiendo.
you slept.
mean, por favor.
Sí, sleep.
Yeah, but I thought you were an RC.
Por favor.
Roman Catholic.
Ah, sí, católico. Espíritu Santo.
To Espíritu Santo.
You said you slept. I mean, surely you're supposed to go to church on Sundays.
God, he tell us, 6 days you work. On the 7th day,
You rest on
You
Sunday, yeah, you rest.
I rest.
It's funny that, isn't it? God tells us on, 6 days you work and then on Sunday you rest. But Sunday is the day that he expects us all to walk or drive to church. So technically we're not resting, are we? Come on, God. Sort it out. Not the best schedule planner, are you? I'm joking. Praise be to God.
You big sinner.
No, sinner.
See, when you die, you not go to heaven, you go down to hell.
Okay. Is my friend down the hell?
Mind you, I suppose most people do rest in church. I mean, we've all seen it, haven't we, in a film or telly. Most people are just asleep in church anyway.
Then up to heaven.
Listen,
Is my friend down the hell? Then up to heaven. Okay. Is my friend down the hell? Then up to heaven.
listen, 5 minutes down there and you'll be just another Spanish omelette.
You're all right, that'll do. Come on, sit down, Giovanni. I presume you did go to church.
See, every Sunday I go to Mass.
Oh, yeah. You're a practicing Catholic, then?
And no practice, I'm a perfect. In Italy, when I was a little boy, I was going to be a priest.
Really? What made you change your mind?
It's like this. One day,
It's
the
like
priest
this.
gave a big sermon in the church all about women, girls, and the pleasures of the flesh.
And from that point on, you just forgot about religion. You were all about it.
And the more he spoke, the more I...
The more he spoke, the more something grew, I'm guessing.
Girls, and the pleasures of the flesh.
His interest. What did you think I meant? Dirty.
The more he spoke, the more I realized what I would be missing.
Oh, hey, up.
Mr. Brown,
The upper Gruppenführer's in the building.
do you mind if I intrude for a moment?
No, not at all.
Jawohl, mein upper Gruppenführer.
School is holding a draw next weekend and I'm selling tickets for it.
Excuse me, this drawer you are selling tickets for,
Yes.
what sort of drawer is it? Is it from the dressing table or what?
It's not that sort of drawer, Angie.
It's a raffle.
1,000 apologies.
What kind of drawer is it? Is it from the dressing table or... She's selling tickets for a drawer. He thought she meant the drawer from a dressing table. Oh God, Ranji is a goated character.
Now it's in a very good cause, the old age pensioners. Tickets are 10p each. Who's going to buy some? Well, what about you, Mr. Singh?
I'll
Thank
take
you
two.
very much, but I must decline.
But it's for the old age pensioners.
Yes, but what am I going to be doing with one if I win?
He thought he's gonna win an old age pensioner. I mean, how does he think this country works that he can think that? You think we're just raffling off our grandmothers? Oh, I've had enough of her. Here, put her in a raffle.
Pensioners are not the prizes.
1,000 apologies again.
The first prize is a weekend for two in Paris.
Oh, I'll take one. I wouldn't say no to a weekend in Paris.
Why not we share the ticket together? Maybe we can share the weekend too.
That is immoral.
Oh, but it's very nice.
I am sure that Mr. Brown wouldn't dream
I
of
thought
doing
you had a
any such
boyfriend.
thing. Would you, Mr. Brown?
No, of course not.
I think I'll leave these tickets with you. Do you think you can get rid of 2 books?
Well, I don't-
Excellent.
Excuse, please.
Excuse, please.
We are delayed because of the reason of mist.
Missed?
Yes, please.
It's perfectly clear.
Are they gonna say we missed the bus or something? I can see it coming a mile off.
Night, how can you have been delayed by mist?
We missed the bus. Then we had to go go to the dressmakers for a fitting.
You're not having a dress made.
No, not Harry. Me.
She's having a dress made for wedding.
Wedding? You mean you're getting married, Suli?
Yes, next week at Legislative office.
Well, I must say, you kept rather quiet about that.
Next week at the Legislative office.
Blimey, she's being swept off her foot.
Feet. Well, who's the lucky man? Do we know him?
Yes, please. It is me.
What?
Enter.
I'm just joining in with the audience, but hey! Well done, Ali. Bagged yourself a genuine communist. You'll work well together.
Finished with your tray, love?
Yes, thank you, Gladys.
Well, tomorrow's the big day then.
What big day?
You know, the wedding. Ali and Sue Lee.
Oh, that. Yes.
Wow, this is really happening.
I had a long talk with that girl last week about her future.
Oh, that was nice.
However, in spite of all I said, she's decided to go through with it.
Well, there's nothing wrong in getting married. You ought to try it.
I am perfectly happy as I am, thank you.
Yeah, but everybody else isn't.
Miss Courtney?
Yes.
Can I be a bit personal?
If you must.
Have you never been with a man?
What do...
If this was a different type of comedy, I love how that question would have been phrased.
Who you mean?
Like if Ricky Gervais had written this, that would have been a very different question. Or if it had been written by Ford and Greg, it would have been, have you never been with a man? No, it'd have been, look, missus, when was the last time you got your hole?
Well, you know.
Certainly not. I prefer a hot water bottle.
What?
At least you can hold it against you without it getting amorous.
Well, have you never wanted to get married?
Well...
We're not that bad. Jesus. I mean, we can hold you without getting amorous.
There was one occasion...
I prefer a hot water bottle.
Many years ago, a boy I was very fond of. In fact, we were inseparable. He asked me to elope with him.
Oh, how romantic. And did you?
Almost. We set off one morning for Gretna Green, but I'm afraid we never quite made it.
How far did you get?
Golders Green. My father caught up with us and dragged me back home. Oh, he forbade me to see the boy again. Said we were far too young.
Oh, what a shame. How old were you?
He was 8 and I was 6.
Still...
No way. The last time that she was 6 years old, the last time she got close to having any kind of relationship with a boy. He was 8 and I was 6. That's her only one true love. No wonder she's so miserable.
Never mind, dearie, I know there's someone somewhere waiting for you.
Then you'll have a very long wait. I have no intention of subjugating myself to any member of the male sex.
Oh, so I take it you think women are equal to men?
Certainly not. Women are far superior.
So you won't be a...
I'm not laughing at, I'm just like, it's the way she said it. Like, there's a lot of debate in that. But the fact remains, without women, there wouldn't be either of us. So you've definitely got us on that front. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Literally, nobody would be here. So, yeah, that's definitely one way that you would like, universe is ahead of us. Mind you, with these, you know, I saw a headline. There was an interview on like Talk TV or Piers Morgan Uncensored or something, or GB. I think it was GB News. And one of these activists, and she said, "Men can menstruate." Or she wouldn't. Or was it that somebody was asking her? So you're saying men can menstruate, and she just couldn't say yes or no straight. You know, it was going around the houses as they always do. Well, they can't. Well, not this, but this, and well, and yeah, you know, that kind of thing, manoeuvring. And I was just like, oh my God, sort your head out. But she did say in the beginning, in the early part of the interview, that there's been reports of men menstruating. No, there hasn't. No, there hasn't. No man on this planet has ever menstruated. You silly cow.
At the wedding tomorrow.
No. I have better things to do with my time than go and watch two people embarking on such a foolish enterprise.
Oh, well, I'm going. I love weddings. And I think they'll make a lovely couple.
Yeah.
Help yourself, everybody! It's a lovely spumante.
Bloody hell.
Suri, for you.
Thank you.
And Ali, for you. A lovely glass.
Sorry, no.
He don't drink.
It is against my religion to drink.
Yep.
It is also against my religion.
Hey!
Another miracle.
Go on, Ranji. It is also against my religion. Good lad.
No problem.
Hey, you know, it's true. They're not allowed to drink, Muslims, but I can't tell you the amount of times that I've seen, you know, an Asian fella in a pub in this town. I remember long time ago I went out and there was a pub called The Star. It's shut now. And it was like in the early stages of shutting when I went. Like, it didn't even have a floor, a carpet. It was just like bare floorboards. But there was a few Asian lads in there and they were getting pretty on it, you know. So some of them do enjoy a drink. I couldn't do with that, you know. That's why I don't do religion. I'm not having some person that I've never seen in my life, or no one else has ever seen, telling me that I can't drink, I can't eat bacon, I can't eat pork. What I can and can't drink or eat or do? No. Come on. You're only here for a very short period of time. So you can't be letting some invisible deity dictate what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Let's be fair. I mean, of course, follow the commandments, you know, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not hurt somebody, all that kind of thing, but the ones that are like, don't eat this, don't drink that, don't eat... No, come on. I don't agree with that.
Sorry,
Enjoy.
we drink the health of the happy couple. You have a glass, huh?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it is a special occasion.
Hey, prego.
Ah, thank you. Well, what about a toast then? Eh?
We have no toast. Only this.
For fuck's sake.
No. I mean a toast for Ali
I
and
knew that were coming. I knew it.
Suli.
We have no toast for them either.
For fuck's sake.
To Ali and Suli.
To Ali.
May all your troubles be little
I bloody well give up with him.
ones.
Little ones what?
It's an English expression. It means to hope that you have a family, a baby.
Oh, blimey. I'm doing something about it last night. Yes, I'm preparing a little room for nursery.
Ah, right.
Please, I am having a very funny thought. He is Pakistani, she is Chinese. If they have a baby, it will be Pakinese.
I'm done. No, I'm done. No, he did not just say that. Pakinese. No, I need some air. No, Ranji. No. Oh my God. Jesus, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I'm having very funny thought. If they have children, No, what was it? I'm having a very funny thought. He's Pakistani, she's Chinese. If they are having the children, it will be Pakinese. Pakinese. Oh God! Again, I'm gonna hear that again.
Please?
Please.
About it last night. Yes, I'm preparing a little room for nursery.
Please? I am having a very funny thought. He is Pakistani, she is Chinese. If they have a baby, it will be Pakinese.
How dare you! I shall be teaching you not to be insulting. You ignorant son of a bearded poof!
Come on, Len! You're son of the offspring of a cook and camel!
All right, that'll do. Come on. Let's not forget why we're here. You still...
You son of a bearded poof! Pakinese! For fuck's sake, man! Oh, it's fucking epic!
You'll have a lot to learn now. Back to your places, everyone. Put those glasses on.
please.
Right. Now, this evening, I thought we'd try and have a group discussion, all right? Yes?
Yeah.
We'll pick us up.
We need to discuss that.
Subject, and then we'll all discuss it thoroughly. Now, what would you like to discuss? Girls.
Girls.
I don't think so, Giovanni. Anybody, any other suggestions?
Sport.
Sport. Yes, good idea. That's a good subject, Max. Right, sport. Now, although most sports are international, there are, of course, various activities which are peculiar to individual countries. For example, the national sport of France is...
Football.
Good. Well done, Danielle. And the national sport of Italy?
Girls.
That's not a sport.
National sport of Italy. It's not rugby, is it? No. That's the national sport of Ireland, isn't it? Oh no. Gaelic football, isn't it? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not, but it's more popular than football.
No, it's not. Nothing's more popular than football in any European country.
Julie, what is the national sport?
Seriously, look at the figures. Look at how many people watched the World Cup final. Not the last time, the time before, in 2018. It was, what, 1.93 billion people around the world? And then you compare that to how many people watched the Super Bowl. The biggest sporting event in the world, they call it. And it's something like fucking 20 million. Yeah, alright.
Sport of China.
China excellent at everything, especially table tennis and athletics.
Japan.
That's true. China, like, when it comes to table tennis, the shit that they can do. Have you ever watched a table tennis match in the Olympics? Like, I used to play it in school, and I was really good at it, but I would be lost playing against one of their worst players, never mind a champion. Jesus Christ. I mean, you see them, you know, when they're having a proper rally, a long rally, and they're whacking it, and they're like 15 metres away from the edge of the table. It's like, what the You must need reflexes like a cat to play table tennis at an Olympic level. It's mental how good they are at that. That's the thing about the Chinese, Japanese sort of countries. They dominate sports. Like, you know, table tennis and badminton, they're really good at it. Badminton's ours, isn't it? We invented that, didn't we? I'm pretty sure badminton's British. And table tennis as well, I think. But they've just taken over it all.
Much more athletical. Champions of karate.
Chinese.
True. That's true. The Japanese karate, yes. I mean, technically karate is Chinese, but the Japanese turned it into what we know as karate today. But if she comes back at him now with Kung Fu, Kung Fu's a bit more like a martial arts circus, to be honest. Whereas karate, it's much more spiritual. You know, if you really look into it, there's a good channel on YouTube actually, a karate sensei, he reacts to like the Karate Kid films and Cobra Kai and martial arts movies to say the martial arts that they're doing in the movies, is it realistic, is it accurate, you know? learned something very interesting when he reacted to the first Karate Kid film. You know, the crane technique that he wins the final fight with? That's not even a real technique. It doesn't exist. The crane technique isn't real. It's literally something that they made up just for the movie. And for years, right, well, as a kid, after I'd watched that movie, all of us at school, we were talking about it, we were like, oh, yeah, you know, trying it out. And what's not even real? Don't even exist. They made it up for the film. I was like, what? Got it.
Kung Fu much superior to
Kung Fu, I knew it.
Karate.
Chinese Kung Fu much superior to Japanese karate.
Not so.
No.
I'm a black belt. Kung Fu much inferior.
Black belt? Taro's a black belt. Don't bow like this. Bow like this. Look high. Always look high.
Hiya!
All right, that'll do.
Come on, we don't want any more Oriental punch-ups. Go and sit down. Right, who can tell me what the national sport of England is?
Football.
Yes, Jamila?
Cricket.
Bowling.
Bowling?
Bowling.
Bowling green. Bowling.
Oh, bowls?
Oh, bowls?
Oh, well, yes, that's not exactly the national sport. No, that honour goes to cricket.
Please.
I disagree. No. I mean, yeah, all right. Probably officially, but technically it's football. I mean, during the cricket, I've been to the Ashes. Right? I've been to an Ashes final at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. It is just a bunch of, like, snooty middle-class people drinking Pimm's and fancy wine and having a luxury meal. I mean, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I got to stay at the Hilton. But compare that to when it's, like, the World Cup or the Euros. The entire country comes to a fucking standstill. Everyone comes together for a World Cup or the Euros. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's in the pub. Everybody's got their England flags hanging out the window, up in the garden, and wearing their England shirts. We don't do that for cricket. So I disagree. Cricket is not the national sport in the sense of how many people actually care about it and get involved in it when the most major event of that sport takes place. So the Ashes. I mean, we just won the Cricket World Cup. I don't know anybody who actually cared about that or was happy about that. I mean, some people, oh, we won the World Cup, well done. But compare that to if we'd have actually won the Football World Cup in December. There'd still be people out on the piss now. Wouldn't there? I mean, they don't sing, it's coming home for cricket, do they? Let's be honest. So, no, it's football. Sorry, football.
I not understand cricket.
Well, it's quite straightforward.
It's
There are
boring.
2 teams of 11 men each, and one side goes in, and the other side have to try and get them out.
I didn't know you could play it indoors.
It's not
I know what he's thinking.
played indoors.
Yeah, but how can somebody be out when he's already out?
Well, I'll try to explain. You see, the team that is bowling is on the field, and the team that is batting is in the pavilion. Now, the first 2 batsmen, come out to go in. And then the first one of those to be out goes back in, and then another batsman comes out to go in.
See, this is why I don't like cricket. It's just too complicated. I mean, when I was a really good bowler, but it's just too complicated.
Is that clear so far?
Yeah, but I was a really good fast bowler. I went to a thing, actually. You know, in the summer they do, like, these sports clubs for kids. Well, I went to one, and they did football and cricket. And when I did the cricket, when I was bowling, I just kept getting people out. I couldn't believe it. I kept bowling, like, whoom. Like, every 1 out of 2, 3 balls, I was getting them out. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm actually good at this. But no, football's the best.
Oh, sure. When he's in, he's not really in, he's out. And when he's out, he's not really out, he's in.
Fuck knows, Giovanni. Max.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Brown, Mr. Brown, you're wanted straight away. It's Miss Courtney. And she said it's very important.
Oh, thank you, Gladys. I shan't be a moment.
Everything's very important with Miss Courtney.
Giovanni, would you take charge of the class while I'm away?
Sure.
Good, and pick a subject.
Okay, now we talk about the girls.
And
This is either Ali's daughter, sister, cousin, niece, or wife, or girlfriend. It's something to do with Ali, it must be.
sir?
You sent for me, Miss Courtney?
Yes. Oh, this is the teacher, Mr. Brown.
Oh,
I am hearing much about you.
Oh wait, no, no. Ali's wife, she turned up, didn't she? And he was hiding for an entire. Oh right. Oh, I don't know then. Who is this?
Oh, I hope it's all good.
This young lady has called to see Mr. Nadim.
Oh, Ali, you're a friend of his then?
More than a friend.
You're not his sister, right?
No, I am his wife.
What?
The night after.
Oh wait, no, sorry, no, I'm wrong. No, it wasn't Ali. It was Ranjit's wife. Oh, wait, was it his wife or somebody his family were forcing him to marry? It was like his cousin or something. Anyway, it was Ranjit. Anyway, yeah, sorry, my mistake. It wasn't Ali, it was Ranjit. We've cleared that up.
At last we take you in at the pub, huh?
Yes, and we're having a big feast.
Si, big fiesta. Plenty drink.
It is last night of freedom.
Thank you, please. But it is not necessary. I do not drink.
Don't be selfish. It's a tradition. The night before the wedding, for the bridegroom to be slashed.
I think you all men are male chauvinist pig.
Why you not invite us to the pub?
What? And spoils the evening? Make your own fiesta.
We go to PUBG, all ladies.
No, please. Jamila is right. We have our own celebrations.
That's right.
Ali?
Yes, please.
You know, it's funny, during these reactions, I sit here laughing and taking the piss out of these people, but I'd go to the pub with all of them. It'd be a right laugh.
Could I see you, please?
You are seeing me now.
I mean, I want to see you in private in Miss Courtney's office. It's rather important.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I will be back very soon, my beloved.
Ah, l'amour, toujours l'amour. I wonder what was so important for Mr. Brown to be telling us.
You don't want to know.
Maybe he's going to tell him the facts of life.
Sit down, Ali. Thank you. Where's,
I've sent her to the tea room.
Oh, good. Well, I think it might be a good idea if Ali and I were left alone. I presume you'll speak to Miss Suli?
You presume wrong.
Wrong!
I think Mr. Nadim should do his own dirty work.
He just sits there smiling aimlessly. He's in his own little world, isn't he?
Oh, Ali.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I'm not going to beat about the bush.
What bush?
I have just met your wife.
Oh, jolly good.
And I must say,
Not
it came as
jolly
rather a
good.
shock.
Excuse, please. She's not all that bad looking.
No, Ali, you don't...
Also, another thing. Why? Not Sue Lee, the other woman. She was pretty. Why is he not interested in being her husband? She was gorgeous. If I was Ali, I'd be sticking with her. If I was Ali in that situation. If I was, Ali and I was a man his age and Muslim, I'd stick with her. She was beautiful.
I don't understand. You are a married man.
Oh, yes.
Well, then how can you possibly be thinking of marrying Sue Lee tomorrow?
Why not?
Well, it's bigamy.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute, is this going to be another thing? Because Muslims are allowed more than one wife. Is that what it is? Okay.
Thinking of marrying Sue Lee tomorrow.
Why not?
Remember, we saw it in the Idiot Abroad episode when he went to, was it Egypt? And he met that bloke who has, he has a wife who... What was she, 16 and he was 17 when they married or something? They had kids when they were 16. Oh, I can't remember. But he said, I'm allowed, I could have 3-4 wives if I wanted to. So, is that what's going to happen here?
It's bigamy.
Oh, no. It is big of me.
No, Ali, you don't understand. You can't have 2 wives.
He can, if he wants.
Yes, please. It is allowed by my religion.
Yes!
If the first wife is agreeable, then the husband can take another.
You mean your wife doesn't mind?
Not at all. It is to have the baby.
Baby?
Yes, please. We have been now trying for 4 years.
Oh, that's what it's about. He can't have baby with his current wife, so he's marrying someone else, so he can have a baby. That's a bit cold-hearted, a bit cold-shouldered, that, isn't it? But then again, I'm looking at this from my point of view in 2023. This is 1977. I mean, there wasn't exactly options back then, was there? If you couldn't have a baby with someone, there was no, you know, oh, well, go to the hospital, they'll work some magic for you. You know, I mean, God, you should see the fucking headlines coming out these days. I mean, they've grown a full human baby in an artificial womb last year. And what was there was one recently as well, that this woman, first woman in history to have successfully have a womb transplanted from one person into her, because hers didn't work or something. It's mental what they can do now, but this is 1977, so yeah, you don't have many options.
Nothing is happening. So I'm taking another wife to have the babies.
Yeah, well, it's against the law in this country.
But they're not going to be finding out, are they?
Yes, they are, because I'm afraid I'm going to have to be telling them.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, blimey.
Now what am I going to be doing?
I think the first thing you should do is tell Suli about your wife.
She's already knowing it.
She doesn't mind?
Not at all. She's being very much in love with me.
Well, look, you'll just have to tell her that the wedding is off.
She will be broken-hearted.
Yes, well, you should have thought of that before. Come in.
Excuse, please. Miss Courtney say you want to see me.
Yes, come in, Suli. Ali has something to tell you.
Yes, Ali?
You see, what I'm trying to say is, there is something very important you must be knowing.
What is it?
Mr. Brown will be telling you.
Ali! Sit down, Suli. Well, I don't quite know how to say this, but it has to be said.
I do have something to say.
It's about the wedding.
I cannot marry Ari.
You see, the point is... Pardon?
What?
I cannot marry Ari.
Why can't you marry Ari? Marry Ari.
I cannot marry Ari. Why can't you marry Ari?
Not in...
I love that. It's a funny little element throughout the entire show. He keeps catching the foreigners' funny accents. Yeah.
I cannot marry Ari.
Why can't you marry Ari? Marry Ari.
I'm not in love with him.
But you must have said that you wanted to, surely.
Yes, I was being sorry for him at the time. But now I know it is not possible. How am I going to tell him? It will break his heart.
Well, don't worry, Suli. I'll tell him. I'm sure I'll be able to let him down gently. Yes, you leave it with me. I'll sort it out, I'm sure. I'll have a word.
I bet you will, you brutal git.
Excuse please, Mr. Brown.
Yes, Ali.
Did you told Suli?
Yes.
Oh, jolly good. Now I'm being very happy with one wife.
Good.
I hope she didn't mind too badly of me.
Well, I was as tactful as I could be. I told her that it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Wait. What a beautiful thought. Was she very sad?
Absolutely heartbroken.
Did you tell Ari, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Suli. I told him it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Was he very upset?
Broken-hearted. Right, now pay attention, everybody. Ali and Suli have had a long discussion and, by mutual agreement, have decided to call off their wedding.
We've already booked the pub. We've
Oh,
ordered all the toast and the drinks.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to cancel.
Excuse please. You do not have to be cancelling it.
But we have nothing to celebrate.
She's pregnant. That's why she's come here. That's why she's turned up at the education set. She's pregnant. Know it. Why else would she turn up if she was alright with this all along? That's what he's just told us. Ali, she's pregnant. He's just, you don't have to call off the celebration, basically is what he's saying. Right, she's pregnant.
Oh, blimey, yes, we have. My lovely wife is telling me that I'm going to be a daddy at last.
Hey!
Come on, everybody, to the pub.
To the pub!
Just a moment, there's no time to go yet. There's half an hour more. I say, come back.
Half an hour more. They don't care.
Just a moment. Where do you all think you're going?
The pub!
To the pub.
To the
Now,
pub!
this is most unsatisfactory.
Well, I agree.
Well, what are you going to do about
There's
it?
only one thing I can do. If you can't beat them, join them.
If you can't beat them, join them. Nice one. Go on, Mr. Brown.
Mister, where do you all think you're going?
To the pub.
Mr. Brown, this is most unsatisfactory.
Well, I agree.
Well, what are you going to do about
Well, there's
it?
only one thing I can do. If you can't beat them,
Join them. Brilliant. Woo! And that's the end. Oh, God. That has to be one of the best ones so far. That was absolutely fantastic. I love this show to bits. It's just so good. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got such a charm to it, you know, like, it's just so enjoyable, like, you know, certain, so if you go watch Only Fools and Horses again, you go back to it because it's a classic, you know, it's familiar, comforting, it's got its own charm, and this is, I can see this going the exact same way. So 5 years from now, I just know that I'm going to be sat down thinking, right, fancy watching a bit of comedy, what am I going to watch? This will be, you know, in that little mental list that we come up with when we decide what we're going to watch. This is going to be on that list in 5 years' time, because it's just one of those, I can see myself going back and watching it over and over again. It's just, it's that good. I love it. Yeah, always good for a laugh. Pakinese, I can't believe that. Pakinese. Oh, God. I came up with something similar when I was in school, but I don't know if I should say it on video. I don't think I will. But I'll give you an idea of what it was. It was somebody asked, like, it was just in general conversation, said, what would you, you know, what, if there was a Chinese person and they had an African American or African dad, what would you call them? We were just coming up with, like, different terms for what you, and I came up with one. I'm not going to say it, but anyway, I love this. Oh, it's so funny. And I love how Mr. Brown at the end, you know, he didn't go the usual route of, oh, the class, oh, there's half, we can't beat them, join them. Ho, ho, ho. This is brilliant. So, yep, that's another episode of this fantastic sitcom from the 1970s, all done and dusted. So, I mentioned earlier, was it in last night's Still game, that I'm officially taking requests now for replacement shows, because we're getting to the point where we're going to be finishing. Definitely going to be, we're going to have 2 of our shows finished by probably the end of next week. I'm thinking that the last Chewing the Fat, in fact no, probably the end of this week. So I'm guessing the last Chewing the Fat will be one day this week, and then the last Still game will be on at this weekend, I'm thinking, but it depends. Oh no, I can't give that away, it's a surprise. Something that someone sent for the last episode, and I've got to be in the mood to do it. Anyway, yeah, so, but the bottom line is, those 2 are going to be finished. We're about halfway through Rabsy Nesbit, and Scotch and Rye, we've just done episode 6, and there's not many episodes of that left. So, yeah, requests are open. Send in your suggestions, and then we'll start doing a series of polls on the Patreon, and see what we end up with. So, yeah, that's your job now, guys. Think about that, what you want to see. And it doesn't have to be just on the I mean, it probably won't even be on the YouTube channel. There's not many TV series allowed on YouTube, so it probably will be Patreon a case of editing them, putting the shortened ones on YouTube. So yeah, don't when you're thinking about it, don't be thinking, oh, will that be alright, copyright? Don't worry. They'll be going on Patreon and allowed on there. Anyway, this is a Patreon video only, so you guys will be seeing it regardless. So yeah, you get your suggestions sent in to me either. Well, I prefer you send them via message on Patreon or Facebook, but you can comment them on this video if you want. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.